Hello everybody, this is my video for my final project for AR3200 Interactive Media Art. And so for my final project, I wanted to do something related to skiing and skiing in New England, because that's where I've grown up, that's where I really enjoy it. And so I originally worked around with the idea of pulling up and playing some sort of video or some sort of old poster from the 80s for each ski resort, with this sort of map of New England where you would press each button and it would bring you to that. But I can't remember who it was, but someone suggested I open the live trail cams for the mountain, and I ended up going down that route. There were a few complications that, due to time constraints, I was not able to complete, but from here, I'll give you a quick rundown of what I was able to complete. So here is my make code. You can see that I'm basically just taking the inputs from the touch sensors, and for some of them, I'm just typing a letter. Those are the ones where it just goes straight to the website and you don't have to format the page or scroll down the page at all. For this one on the left here, you can sort of see it types a letter, it pauses, and then it scrolls down the page. I really wanted the browser to pull up the trail cam and have you honestly just have it start playing immediately. And that's why I tried having this mouse button click, but it didn't work for some reason. I really struggled with finding a way to emulate a mouse click. The same goes for this button here. This is just another one for a different website where I needed to scroll down. But from there, once you have done that, I just have it's a really simple max patch for something that I found to be quite complicated, honestly, but it basically is just triggered by one of the touch sensors typing a letter on the keyboard. It triggers a bang, and then it goes to one of these hyperlinks or URLs, and it just opens a new browser tab. And then I was using this to sort of try and figure out where the mouse was on the screen, but it ended up not needing to be there. And then this is just a little placeholder for the cursor while you're using it. Because the only unfortunate thing is I wasn't able to create a timer to bring you back from the browser and go straight into the max patch. But using a dual monitor setup, it works pretty well. So I'll just sort of do an example here. So on the actual controller itself, it's just a map of New England, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, etc. And I have all these little mountains representing each of the ski resorts I liked, and then I have just a house, that being my home resort. And you can kind of tell that there's just a little square of silver. I just used magnetic tape and the alligator clips so that it could sense my touch. But starting off locally here in Worcester, I'm going to tap the one in Massachusetts here, and it will bring up the Wachusett Mountain Trail cams, as you can see. These ones are auto running, which is really nice. It doesn't scroll exactly down to the page, but it's very, very close, and they've actually got a ski swap going on right now. And so once I've touched it, it triggers a bang, and it goes to that URL. So like I said, it doesn't automatically close this browser once you're done. So you do have to go back into the max patch. So when you're working on just one monitor, you're bouncing back and forth between tabs, which is kind of annoying, which I would have loved to solve, but I just did not have the time given my RBE class. But I'll run through the other examples here. We'll go to my home resort, for example. And then it pulls up the Gunstock one. And this one's already playing, which is nice. We'll go to Killington. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. You need to go back and click into max for it to work. There we go, pulls up Killington. And another feature I really would have loved to add is have that keyboard click so this is just automatically playing when you're ready, or once it's pulled up the page. You can see it's pretty quiet over there, probably just mountain biking, honestly. But go back into max, click there. We'll go to Mad River Glen. Brings up the Mad River Glen one. Click back in the max patch. We'll go to Loon or Waterville. There we go. Again, would have loved to have it click, and this one is one of the ones that scrolls down the screen for you. We'll go to Sunday River. Oh, forgot to click there. Go to Sunday River. There we go. Pretty quiet day up at Sunday River today. And then lastly, we'll go to Loon. Or nope. There we go. Loon. Yeah, that was one of the things, because some of these mountains are so close physically on the map. If I flip this over, you'll see the wiring is very, very close together. So I had to fashion some makeshift borders so that they wouldn't mistrigger or get like triggered, or when you're programming the board for them to like be conducting to each other. But that is my final project. I would have loved to added some other features, or done like a little moving piece somewhere on the map, but I had already finished this and I had already done one of these. I didn't want to not utilize it. But having something moving on the top, like maybe a little storm cloud moving across the screen, or a chairlift, or a little skier like moving with the servo, I think would have been really fun to have on there. But yeah, that is my project.